I've been replaced by a kitty cat.
It's my company, do you know?
Yeah, all of our company, we're enjoying that little kitten so much. All of us, everybody.
If I put it here, here.
Yeah,
If I gone, she's meow meow like a kid, like looking.
yeah, funny. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm heading out here to get started with the guys. Right here's where we ended the day yesterday, concreting in these two poles right here. These are Talisai wood, and we've been letting them cure for a while, get a patina to them, get the bark off, and we're going to extend the roof out here on the cantina a little further eventually, but it's busy working and get it up off the ground now. Let's see what else we got. The guys are here stripping the forms on the front two pieces of the pergola, and we cleaned up over here at the end of the day yesterday, pretty much. And you already went up there and got those coconuts?
Yes,
Wow, you're super fast. Lightning McQueen. Yeah. Is that sack good or bad?
No, it's just
You dump that out and keep that sack if it's good. We're gonna need them. So, yeah, meanwhile, Joel is back again. Again. Times 2, times 3.
not one, not two,
Not,
three.
yeah. So he's digging through looking for some little wood blocks. That whole piece might work because we're gonna need some plywood too. Yeah, and one of the guys are doing their repeat steps here. Is there no mock today? Huh? Miller's doing the cow right now. Yeah. So it'll be Francis and Miller up there then. And so are you gonna assist them here? Well, they're gonna need another help over here.
What is your
Oh, they got one here somewhere. Ask Francis. They use it here on this. They got one here. Ask Francis. They got one here somewhere. So they are working on forming up their next joist across there. So I want to talk about that. This is my first time to ever build a pergola, and I think you're doing a pretty darn good job so far, but as far as like what they were calling the components, and all, I really wasn't sure what they had this little industry name for any of it. So I did a little research and I was correct. Your beams are your beams, the pieces right there across from column to column, and the columns are the columns, or they're called the post, or they're called the columns, and then you got the beam across the top. But hey, you're gonna work with Francis and get one more helper there with you guys. Who are you gonna get? Get that boy that's wearing that hat. What? That tall skinny boy. What's his name? So anyway, so it's columns or posts, it's beams, normal stuff. And sure enough, those are called joists or rafters. Either way, it says it can be either one. It can be considered a joist or a rafter. And then if you put those little pieces going the other way across the top, they were calling those stringers. unless you went directly with like lattice or something on top, or you could put the stringers and the lattice, which we won't be doing that. Anyway, that's the deal with that. So Joel, I want to start with the far one down here. Yeah. Back up here to the rooms. Let's got Joel here. Shoot. So back up here to the rooms. Got Joel here now. We can double up our progress and begin this right here. So where we left off working on this place before was right here. I installed this window here and was caulking it in, and we're going to put in the doors, and I just decided that the speed that we were working, that it would be best if we jump down before rainy season comes back. And I know it sounds like, well, you know, you got a long time from rainy season comes back, but I knew the projects at the time, and I knew this pergola was going to take a while, and we got to get everything done above where the pool's going to be at, so we're not dripping cement and skim coat and paint and everything where you're trying to do a pool. So I said, well, we need to get this knocked on out, and that's going to take a little bit of time as it is. It's a pretty good project within itself. And then we're going to need to come back up here if like rain starts or anything, do whatever we need to do up here on the front. So one of the things that needs to be done up here is, you see where that's not painted yet, that is where those little crowns, those little caps, like on the columns down here, that's where they're going. My neighbor's making them. We'll go over and visit him today and see what he's got made so far, and he'll be installing those up here. We got a few other things to do, so it's all coming together. It's all working towards the master conclusion. Because even if we finish this, I'm still wasn't going to put the rooms up for rent or anything, because I don't want anybody staying right where we're going to be, you know, working on the pool right here up above and all. So it's all got to come together anyway. So this is all working out good. Let's look at that. Isn't that awesome? All right, well, they have stripped off the 2 forms right there, and they're moved over. Doing the next 2 there right now, which is really cool. Happy to see that. And we set in the hole, this first door here, we got it shimmed up. We had to do a little scraping. The skim coat was a little thick right up here, but it was pretty easy to take care of. And so Joel's getting his tools organized. He ain't been around in a while, so he's trying to get everything acclimated. Then over here, the boys and I, these doors are heavy, so it takes several of us, and they're plastic, so they'll bend, and which is nice for the storms. But same thing, the skim coat was made too thick at the top. You could just see it kind of just wiggle right out, so they're having to chisel where too much skim coat was put on at the top up there. But it's no big deal. It's really simple. And then we're going to get down here and do this third one. These doors will all be in here in just a little while, which is a game changer. It really makes a difference in the looks to put the doors in the holes. Yeah, it's got a gap up here. Yeah. But right here, look here. Right here. Here, from right here to here, this has got to be scraped right here. Like from right here to right here. We'll have to lean it somehow. We don't want to twist the door too much. So let's see, I'm gonna make a from about here to about here. Um, Same thing, a little thick skim coat in a couple places, but overall the opening is pretty good. Give him that sharp one. Give him that sharp one. That thing's dull.
Hindi na tayo sa kara lang ay. Hindi pa kita. Hindi pa sa kara ko. Sa kara ko. Hindi pa din kita tatlong. Ya tayo yung tatlo. Amo ra. Sa?
Considering shaving today. Only considering. Don't mean it'll happen. It's pretty cool. All my OGs, my original crew is all around here. Nardo, yeah, Nardo, and his disappearing uncle, the magician, just disappeared.
Like a ghost. Benda, welcome back, bro.
Yeah, man, Eamon's a good guy, man. I love him. He's really a good guy.
Okay, at La Carmela.
Is he? What's he do there?
Ano ito ba yan? Pastering.
Ah.
Para ilang logo ayun yung pala.
The one thing with him though, he's shy to speak. He's so quiet and he's shy to speak. But he likes to work though. There's nothing wrong with him at all. Well, this morning when Joel got here, me, him, June, Nardo, and Marvin all lifted these 3 doors and set them in place. So I helped them get all 3 set and raised up. We're raising them up off of the threshold down there coming through, so that the doors are up a little high. You know, if any hard blowing rains come, typhoon season comes, it's going to hit towards the front of that. It's going to be harder for blowing rain or anything to build up. Just raise them up a little bit, kind of step through. So same thing we did on these. We raised them up. You can see down here they're raised up. Same thing. So I showed Joel how to properly use those anchors, because in the past, and I'm going to remind, because he'd already forgot of how those anchors go in. You don't have to remove the door. You don't have to mark the holes, remove the door, drill, set the anchors, put the door back in, put the screw in. The anchors are made to fit through the hole that the screw goes through, and the screw has a large head, bigger than the hole, quite a bit bigger than the hole. That way the anchor can fit right through that hole and then tap it in. So you know, drill it with the frame in, tap the anchor in, and be sure and drill it deep enough, and the anchor will go right through the screw hole, and you don't have to do all those extra steps back and forth. So he had already forgot that, and he didn't drill it deep enough on the first one, but we got it corrected really quick. It's just a little refresher. He hadn't messed with them in a while. And they're already pouring. They didn't even have it ready, and they're going to pour concrete. It's going to leak and mess up my finish on my sidewalk. So I made them move everything, get this plywood that's sitting here just feet away from them, and get it down over the top of this. Spin that around, put that big end on the other end. And then they didn't have the steel sticking up. There's supposed to be some dowels sticking up out the top here that they need to tie in, and they didn't have that either. So that's why you gotta keep an eye out. That's my job, I guess. You got enough short pieces of steel? Huh? You can tie any of these. Even this stuff here, you can just stick it down in there and just leave like an inch sticking up, okay? Don't stick it way up. Just leave like 1 inch sticking up. Just tie some of these in there. That's what I want to do, is use this scrap up. That's my point. Yeah, only 1 inch sticking up above the form, okay? Just tie those in there and leave 1 inch sticking up. Yep. Here, get all that off of there. It's like that, what they call that barrel of monkeys, where they all hooks on each other. I told them I don't want this saw making contact, any of my power tools, with sand, because that sand's what destroys those brushes and those motors and the switches and everything. I really wish it wasn't even on that sack. I wish it was up somewhere higher, but it's the way it is. We'll get to that later. Good morning, everybody. Saturday morning here, and it's such a nice day. Beautiful day, summertime in the Philippines, and you can see I've been in the sun a lot. Yeah, been in the sun a lot. So today has been busy so far. It's about 10:30 right now, and let me show you a little of the happenings going on here. So one thing is we are cleaning the coconut trees. So we're cleaning the coconut trees, and then over here, they're over there putting in those little crowns. I don't know the name. But they're putting all the little round circles like you see on top of the poles right here. Doing all of those here everywhere. And we're installing that door right there. Yeah, installing the door, putting the caps around all the columns. But above me here, we're repairing one of the few hire out works that I did here. Above me right there is a problem. Those people that I hired to do my gutter work on this house and the trims. The absolutely horrendous job. Just horrendous. And instead of being honest and saying, hey, my crew quit me that knows what they're doing, instead got some people that didn't know what they're doing just to come get it up there so she could just get some money. And then later admit that, oh, it was their first time to even do it. So blown out by the glare of the sunlight here a little bit, but the gutter come all loose up through here and pulled loose from the downspout drains that go in and all, and I mean could have just fell. So we had to build. I know that the lighting's horrible this direction. Let me go up there. So the lighting was horrible. It's just, you know, the cloudy day and it's bright, then it's dark and it's glaring. But yeah, just did a horrible job, and it's just been, oh, what a mess. Just all I can say is what a mess. And it all came loose, and we had to build all this scaffolding up here. Let me back up. We had to build all this scaffolding here this morning so that we could safely get out there. We used this super thick and solid bamboo. See, there's no hollow on that. And here they are out there. They got it all set up, made them a safety rail and all, but they're having to get up there and try to properly attach it on. I mean, that could fall and hurt somebody. This is why I just like to do everything myself. It's just so difficult to hire somebody.